Hey!
Hey!
All right, listen to this. A lot of NFL teams right now are doing preseason mini camps.
Yes.
Bets are happening right now about who's going to do the Super Bowl this year.
And?
Who do you think you want to see?
Who do I want to see?
Yeah.
Well, I want to see the Vikings and the Ravens, but I will never.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant halftime show.
Oh.
Sorry. I know I didn't mean teams. I'm sorry. I meant halftime show. Let me clarify. Bets are being made about who's going to perform the halftime show. Who would you like to see perform the halftime show?
Let me think. Who would I like to see perform at the halftime show? If they did a Taylor Swift halftime,
yeah, I don't think she'll do it.
People would be so mad.
I just don't think she because they don't typically get paid for the show.
Right, they pay to do it, I think.
I don't think so. I think the sponsor pays for the airtime for the show, and it used to be Pepsi forever, and now it's Apple that pays for it. Chappell Roan is the favorite right now.
Really?
To play the halftime.
She would be great.
Which would be really interesting. She is currently leading 4-1 in the bets. Close second, Miley Cyrus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't hate Miley, so that might be fun too. She puts on a good show.
And the rest of the top five, Oasis.
Oasis?
Yeah.
I don't think they're relevant anymore.
Sabrina Carpenter.
No.
And Christina Aguilera.
No. Yeah,
no. That's my impression of Christina Aguilera singing. Kind of cowardly lion there a little bit, huh?
That's not very nice.
I don't mean any harm. I've just, that's interesting. Chappell would be fun. Miley would be really good.
They're all females.
Other than Oasis.
Oh, Oasis.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Oasis, and I'll tell you why.
Well, Oasis is doing a reunion tour.
I know they are, but they hit big in the 90s. It's not going to happen. They're not a big enough name.
It's the 90s.
It's not a big enough name. I don't think they'd
Don't look back in anger. Heard you say that.
That's my favorite song to sing on Rock Band.
That one, or Wonderwall, or
Champagne Supernova.
Yeah, right?
I get it.
They've got hits.
I like Oasis, but I just don't think they're...
You don't think they're a
big
halftime
enough
show?
draw.
I think Miley's probably my favorite on this list. I would put Miley before Chappell. I think I like Miley on this list because she's got great pop stuff. She's got a great country background, and I think she has star power. She would bring a ton of different people with her,
like her
to
dad.
do duets and stuff. Please don't bring Billy Ray. Please don't bring Billy Ray.
They're fighting.
Are they?
I think so.
Please don't bring Achy Breaky Heart.
She won't. That's going to drag her whole act down.
All right, let's do the Friday show. We've survived. We've made it. We're here. We've arrived. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine. How are you?
It's Friday. I am so fine.
Nice.
I thought that'd go over better.
Well, you thought wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. I got to weed the garden. I was out there looking at it when I was watering yesterday, or day before yesterday, and I got some grass poking up in the garden beds I got to pull. Yeah. And I've been pulling it like every time I water, every time I wander around and look at the garden, and I got grass blades poking up through there, which is frustrating. It's very frustrating.
It is frustrating.
But today is Weed Your Garden Day, so
I got a lot of weeds.
Today be a good day to weed the garden.
The flower bed back behind where the garden is could use a good weed.
I don't like to talk about that. I like to ignore that space.
I know. That's why it's been... That's why it looks the way that it does.
Like a bunch of wildflowers poking up through a bunch of crabgrass?
Ah, the crabgrass is the worst.
I know.
And I was hoping maybe that we just flooded it with wildflowers. The wildflowers would take over.
Not enough.
There's not enough.
And the crabgrass grows early. All around, and the crabgrass grows all.
Nice. Nice, Josh. That one I'll give you lots of credit for. I like that one.
Thanks.
I didn't like frine, but
crabgrass grows all around.
Yeah,
you like that one?
I do.
It's Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th.
I just thought I'd scare you.
Superstition.
See how nice everything was, and then I whip that one in there.
Ooh.
That was the least scared noise ever. Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you have a big Friday the 13th superstition?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Do you?
No.
You don't. No, I'm
No.
not a superstitious person. I am a little stitious.
Paraskevidi.
I thought that would go over better.
Did you? I can't even say this word.
Then don't talk about it.
Well, it's the fear of Friday the 13th.
Oh, really?
Paraskevidecatriophobia. Paraskevidecatriophobia is the fear of Friday the 13th.
Okay.
If you have triskaidekaphobia, that just means you're afraid of the number 13.
If you have tryptophobia,
That's holes,
that's
isn't
a
it?
fear of holes, I believe.
Something like that. Well, anyway, here it is.
I'm afraid
Friday.
of sinkholes. Ooh, scary.
Cool. Cool. The next Friday the 13th won't be until February next year. So enjoy it.
Okay, I will. When you have older kids, you just go to bed whenever you want and you say, you're on your own, kids.
Yeah, I'm going
going to bed. Put yourself to bed. And they do, but oftentimes you don't know when. You don't know what time your kids go to bed. And that's okay because I'm slumbering away. What I find interesting is when I wake up in the morning, I go, that's interesting.
Ah, what do you find interesting when you wake up in the morning and go, that's interesting? What did you find that was interesting this morning?
Guys, I like to wake up like with counters clean and dishes put away.
Right.
I don't like to wake up to a messy house.
Right.
So usually before I go to bed, I clean out the sink, put
Sure.
the dishes away,
Uh-huh.
load the dishwasher. So it's usually dirty dishes in the sink. And I go, what did we make last night?
Mhm. And usually it's like ramen.
Ramen or macaroni and cheese.
Sure.
Remnants of a microwaved taquito.
Uh-huh.
Stuff like that. Today I woke up, the butter dish was out,
Oh.
and there was
Curious.
toast in the toaster.
Was it toasted or was there bread sitting there?
No, it was toasted,
Okay.
but it was sitting
I'm going to
there.
tell you exactly what happened.
Well, I can deduce the situation. It doesn't take a rocket
So
scientist
we
to
agree
figure that one out.
that the boy
Yep.
was hungry
Yep.
and took a break from his game and said, I'm going to go make something to eat real quick. Put bread in the toaster, turned it on, got
Went
the
to lay
butter
down.
ready, went back to his room, either hopped on his game or sat down to look at his phone while he waited for toast,
And crashed out.
or went to the bathroom and then went back to his room forgetting about the toast entirely and then went to bed.
He's a very distractible kid.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that he forgot about his toast.
Interesting.
Yeah. I went,
I'm
Okay.
excited for the conversation that we get to have where we get to say, "Hey, who made toast?" And then he goes, "Oh yeah."
Exactly. I put the knife away because he had a knife out. I mean, it was set, ready for him to
That's
go.
what I'm saying. He was ready to make toast.
Put the butter away. I
Yeah.
left the toast there. He might want it in the morning when he wakes up.
Yeah, well, hey, your toast is done. Now, if you have toast, did you leave the toast in the toaster?
I just said that.
I didn't hear you. But anyway, can you just reheat it? Can you just
Yeah.
drop it down again?
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
done that before.
You have? Made
Yeah.
double toast?
I mean,
Toasted toast?
it hasn't sat for hours and hours and hours, but
Yeah.
for minutes before, if I've like been distracted by toast and then I come back and I go, oh man, my toast is cold. You can pop them. You can pop them back down.
Okay.
You can. Toast is toast.
Okay. All right. Well,
You know,
I do know
toast is
now.
toast.
I do know now that toast is toast.
Toast is toast. I'm going to make him eat that toast because
Oh,
I
of
hate
course.
wasted food.
Yeah, you have to.
Don't waste that bread. That's a good piece of toast.
One toast or two?
Two.
Two toasts?
Two toasts.
Oh, man. Get on him. Eat your toast, bud. You made it. Is there a chance it was the girl one?
No. She's not distracted like that.
You're sure it was the boy?
I'm almost positive it was the boy.
All
Almost
right.
positive.
Okay. They both like toast, so
Who doesn't like toast?
I don't know. I'm sure there are people that don't like toast.
Those people can't be trusted.
Okay.
Toast is the best.
All right.
When you're sick and you're starting to like come back around, toast.
When you feel fine and it's just something you want?
Toast.
Okay, all right. Good news to get you going, Chantel.
What is it,
A
Josh?
12-year-old Lego enthusiast, a thuzy. His name is Ricky. He just won the Washington, D.C. Mini Master Model Builder Contest.
Nice.
Yeah, he has a creation. It's called Pandemonium in D.C. It's a Lego model that shows a bunch of pandas taking over iconic landmarks like the Washington Monument, the National History Museum, Declaration of Independence, a metro station, even the stovepipe hat from the Lincoln Monument on
Nice.
top of a panda. It's called Pandemonium in D.C.
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
that.
No,
and
I know.
got the joke.
It's a good name.
It is a good name.
Ricky says he spent over 100 hours crafting the scene, which will be on display at the Lego Discovery Center before heading to Denmark for a global showdown. Showdown. That's right, because he won the Washington, D.C. Mini Master Model Builder Contest and now goes on to a global competition.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then what? Does Lego give him a job?
Well, if he wins there, he could become the first ever global Mini Master Model Builder, which would be not too shabby for someone who's 12 years old and in middle school.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That is
and what
super rad.
what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
What a good thing to brag about.
Right?
Like, that guy's like, or that kid is like, goes back to school. Hey, did you know anything about
Yeah,
me?
I'm a master Lego builder.
So, I mean.
So I'm going to not stay in class. I've got Lego to build. Pretty awesome.
That is very cool.
Yeah, and I'm looking at a video of his set. What's kind of cool is that it's double layered. So he's on the top layer is where you can see some of the monuments and different things that he's built, and then down below, and there's pandas all over there interacting. Like people are like at the water park floating in a tube, and so's a panda.
Panda.
Yeah, pandemonium. Yeah, it's very, very fun. So well done, Rick. That was his name, or Ricky? It's Ricky. Yeah, way to go, Ricky.
I had a boy.
Yeah,
who wanted to.
We have a boy.
Work for Lego.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get to work for Lego, but I bet Ricky's got a job there.
Eventually, if he wants it, probably.
That'd be a cool job to come up with the different sets and things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to figure out how to make pandas.
Yeah, he did. Well done.
And he
Ricky?
made a lot of them. Enough to be called
Pandemonium
in D.C. That's right. It's good news to get you going.
We got a box of cookies the other day.
Yes. Did you? We've tried them all now.
Yeah.
I think there's like 12 different cookies.
Yeah,
and
which
we
I
wanted to
yes,
wanted to sample all of them.
yes. You have to sample all of them, and
Yeah.
then you have to rate them.
Okay, you and Emery decided to do some rating in a little different way, and I don't like to rate things or judge things or until I've tried them all, because here's what would happen is I might go like, that's the best one I've ever had so far, and so then I'm gonna have to go back and adjust, and I would rather try all the things and then take notes as I go, and then when I'm done, here's my final tally.
Well, I think the same way, but she wanted to do her rating, and so I obliged.
Yeah. And you guys were rating as you go.
Yeah.
And you were numbering them because there were 12. You were trying to just position them as you go. Like
Yes.
that one, it's a 12 out of 12.
Yes.
So that one's going to be your number one pick because it got the most points.
Correct.
Right? That was
Yep.
the idea?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't rate that way.
I know you don't. What was your top favorite cookie?
The Biscoff.
Oh,
cookie
they had
butter
a
one. The Biscoff cookie. Biscoff's my favorite.
Yes,
so,
it is.
To have a Biscoff oatmeal chocolate chip kind of cookie with Biscoff butter on top.
We weren't quite sure if it had
I don't
oatmeal
know
in it, but I
what
think
it
it
has.
did.
It was so good. So good.
My favorite was the coconut cream pie cookie.
There was a banana pudding one that was really good.
Delicious. Lemon raspberry one was good.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite one?
The sugar cookie. I don't like sugar cookies. They're boring to me. That's all there is to it.
I liked the sugar cookie. I didn't like the crinkle one.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is right.
Is that so?
I thought it was kind of fun. Every night we let's try another cookie.
Yeah.
Or three.
Or the whole box. I should have grabbed the rest of that cookie. I want that cookie.
Right now?
Yeah.
For breakfast?
Don't you?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
I know. Why didn't we bring the cookies with us this morning?
I don't know.
I texted Emery yesterday at work and said, hey, you haven't eaten all the cookies, have you? And she said, no. I said, okay, good, because the second I come home, I want one.
Well, we had plenty.
I know. I was a little bit cookied out after we had, and we were just eating little pieces of them.
I'm trying to see if I can find out what kind that was.
We used to have a cookie party.
Yes.
And we would invite people to our cookie party. And you had to make the cookie had to be homemade. There were stipulations, multiple stipulations. Do you remember all of them? You couldn't use a cookie mix.
Right.
It had to be homemade.
But you could use like a pudding in there if you if you needed that as an ingredient.
Or a cake mix. You could use a cake mix
Yeah, but
too,
you couldn't just grab like pre-made cookie dough or anything. You had to make your cookie essentially from scratch.
Right. And there was a trophy involved.
Yes.
And do you remember how sick we used to get?
There was so much.
Eaten so many cookies.
And it was because, we'd have 20 or so people there and everybody brought a different kind of cookie. And even if you cut the smallest little bite to sample, it's 20 little tiny small bites. A normal cookie is like 2-3 bites. And then you've eaten the whole cookie.
Right. Well, and then we would rate, everybody would judge the cookies.
Right.
And we would do tournaments. Like, what's it called?
Was it a bracket?
Yeah, bracket. That's what it's called. And so we would have
we did the bracket
3 brackets.
Once.
No, we did it a couple of times.
Just in the boxing one.
No.
Had the tournament.
No, we did it a couple of times because we did it at the Hawaii one too.
Okay.
Yeah, we had themes. It was fun.
It's an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie with Biscoff butter on top. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, you're going to lose your mind with that cookie.
That cookie's so good.
Oatmeal and cookie?
I know.
Butter?
I know. It's so
That's
good.
your best ever.
It's so good.
Hey, do you want to do a cookie party again?
Maybe.
We haven't done
Depends
it in
on if
years.
you let me win an award or not. I kind of have a bad taste in my mouth.
Oh, Josh.
It's a whole story.
It is
It's a whole story for another time.
Let's not get into it today. But I'm glad to see you haven't forgotten about it.
Oh, I'll never forget about it. I'd like to tell the story. I could tell a short, abridged version, but that's fine. It's okay.
Just tell the story.
Well, the story goes, there are different categories. There were like prettiest cookie. There was most, creative recipe, whatever. And then there was like an overall winner. I made homemade Samoa cookies, like the Girl Scout Samoas. Painstaking. Shortbread, cut it out, whole thing. Worked really hard to make these cookies. They were very decent.
They were delicious.
And they were very pretty. And I was awarded the award for prettiest cookie. But because we were hosting, you felt like it was inappropriate for me to keep the award. So we passed it on to the person who got second, which I was fine. Okay, great. But then when the overall win came around and you won that, you sure were excited to take home that trophy. So... And then at least I got to look at the trophy in the kitchen window for a year as a reminder that some of us get to win, but not all of us. That's the abridged version of the story. So do I want to do cookie party? Kind of, but also kind of not.
I'm sorry. We were talking with some friends a while ago about what we would like to happen to our bodies when
Our
we
remains.
pass away.
Right.
I would like to be donated to science.
Right. We've talked about that.
You don't like that idea.
Well, look, it's just it's your thing.
Okay, I have a
It's your
better
thing.
idea.
Oh, you do?
Something I saw yesterday.
Okay.
And I went, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
What is
so
it?
you can, this is not the idea, but this is a good idea too. You can get cremated and then they use your ashes to help plant a tree.
I've seen that. Yeah, they kind of
I
turn
think
you
that
into
idea
into
is
a
awesome
pod.
too. But this one's even better.
Okay.
Somebody had some cremated ashes in a bottle and they put it in the ocean.
Okay.
That way you're traveling forever and for always.
Till you wash up somewhere.
Or you sink to the bottom of the ocean, which
Okay.
is exactly what I want to go see.
Okay.
I want to see what's down at the bottom of the ocean.
All right.
So,
Darkness.
and crazy alien fish.
Okay. All right.
Marine life.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, you could do some of that exploring now.
I could. It's just expensive.
I don't
But
know.
if I do it in a bottle, it's for free.
It's not. But, whatever. Okay.
Brilliant.
I guess.
I think it's brilliant. And if I wash up on a shore, then I'm just hanging out on the beach.
Yeah. Until some kid comes along and goes, "What's this?" and dumps you out into a puddle or something.
Still fine. I'm on a beach.
But you're also, do we want you to contribute to all of the stuff floating around in the ocean?
Why are you trying to ruin
I'm
my
just
parade?
asking questions. I'm just asking some questions.
I won't be trash, though. It'll be nice trash.
What? Uh-huh. I mean,
We'll
I
get
feel
it.
like a bottle isn't the thing. Maybe a cardboard box.
A cardboard box in the ocean?
Yeah.
That's not going to go over very well.
No, it's gonna sink like you wanted.
And then it's going to disintegrate.
Eventually.
Cardboard
Yeah.
in water? That's not it. That's not it. And that's worse trash than a bottle.
No, because it will disintegrate into nothing.
Mm,
The bottle's gonna be a bottle forever
I don't think the cardboard box just disintegrates into nothing.
in
You're
water.
going to have remnants of it forever.
It's made of pulp of trees. It will return to nature.
You don't get it.
You're right. I don't. You're right. My fault.
I thought you'd be excited about this new idea, but you don't get it.
You're right. I don't get it. And so I can't be excited because I don't get it. Not because I get it, but I don't like it.
No, you don't get it.
Okay. Okay. Remember earlier this year, I'm trying to remember, maybe it was late last year, when the college football game, video game came out, and Beck was all excited. He pre-ordered it, and he played a ton of it, and a bunch of people got real stoked about that game. Do you remember this at all?
No.
Oh.
I can lie and say that I do
No,
remember.
no, that's okay. He talked a lot about it. We watched the trailer. We were like, this game looks really, really good. It was like it'd been years since they made a college football game.
Okay.
And College Football 25 ended up being the best-selling game of 2024.
Okay.
So it was huge. Huge, huge, huge. So EA Sports, it's in the game. Those guys.
I was just going to say that.
They're the ones who made it. They're the ones who make Madden as well. Because they saw such success with the game, they're going to make College Football 26, and they are going to pay the schools based on how often players choose that team in the game. So they're going to kick back to the colleges some cash based on how often they get used in the video game, which I thought was an interesting way to sort of
That is
pay back
interesting,
the schools
but that's
that-
also sad for the schools who maybe don't get picked as much.
Oh, You love an underdog.
Yeah, but I get sad for underdogs too.
That's what I'm saying. You're the big fan of the underdog.
If there's a team that's not performing so well, they're not going to get a kickback because no one's going to pick them to play.
So there's a $5 million royalty pie that will be sliced up based on what teams people play as in the video game. I think that's interesting.
It is very interesting. I don't know if I like that idea, though. I don't know. Just split it equally to all of the teams that are in the game.
Does Yoshi get a paycheck every time you choose him in Mario Kart?
He should.
He'd be rich.
He's the best one.
What do you think Yoshi's spending money on?
I don't know.
He's second best. Luigi's best. Yeah.
Disagree.
Everybody knows it.
No.
Everybody knows Luigi's the best.
Yoshi is the best.
Second best.
Okay, but listen. Why don't they just split it equally between all of the teams that have been picked to be on the game?
Because it's more fun to make it a competition and pay out royalties based on...
But that's not a competition if you can't control... You have no control in that game.
Unless you're like, hey, pick us, we need the money. Run your social media and be like, you could pick, Alabama again. Or
you could pick...
What about TCU?
I feel like maybe those schools don't necessarily need that money either. Especially certainly not the football teams. Those teams are fine. They're fine.
I'm curious to know who is... so it says, last year the schools that appeared in the game were paid royalties that revolved around a tier-based system based on how their teams fared in the football field in real life. But that comparison doesn't necessarily translate into the video game. So they said, we want to make it about the game, and so we're going to split up. Rather than split it up by how you perform on the field, we're going to split it up by how you perform in the game.
Uh-huh.
So that's really the big change.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Ohio State is picked by users in 2% of every game that gets played. If that's the case, they'd end up getting a $100,000 check.
$100,000?
They received $99,000 for being in the game last year.
All the teams?
No, just Ohio.
Is Ohio a good team?
Sure. I don't know.
Are they the Tar Heels?
No, they're the Buckeyes.
Oh.
North Carolina is the Tar Heels.
Oh, that's the only college football team I know.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to stop talking about video games now.
That's all you talk about.
It's because you go, hey, do you have something to talk about? So I hurry and look up video game news because it bugs you.
Cool.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Father's Day is Sunday.
That's a fact.
It is a fact. I asked the kids if there was anything that Dad, does that drives them crazy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Emery said, she was the only one I got a response from.
Okay.
Beck did not respond.
All right.
But Emery said, not helping me up when I'm on the floor. Like limp arms.
Yeah. You hate that too.
I hate that too.
It's one of my faves where you're like, I'm stuck down here on the floor and I go, well, let me help you. And then I give you my hand and you take the hand and then I just go soft shoulder. So when you pull me in soft shoulder. Because everybody kind of like puts their full weight into it like you're going to help them get up. And
they're
so
full trust in you.
So I wouldn't say trust.
Yeah,
but
trust.
Like I'm gonna really put effort in here, and I'm gonna activate my core to try to stand up, and then limp shoulder.
So
and
rude.
It's real fun to watch. I only do it a couple of times, and then I help you up, or you get yourself up. It's actually a motivator to help you use your own body to see what it's capable of. I'm just doing you a favor.
She also said, it takes as long as it takes.
That's not annoying. That's good advice.
She thinks it's annoying.
Well.
And then she said, keeping where we're going a secret. And that works for food too.
Yeah, because I hate complaining. And so when people go, where are we going? I go, it's just easier if I just don't tell you and you find out when we get there so I don't have to listen to you whine about it now.
Yeah, but then, especially when they were little, it would be we'd be in the car and the kids would say, where are we going? I'll tell you when we get there.
To eat.
I'll tell you when we get there. It's not even to eat. Like if we're going to a store or something.
Or
and then the whole way they complained, where are we going? Just tell us. Just tell us. Just tell us. And you'd be like, nope, we'll tell you when you get there.
Or they'll say, what's for dinner? And I'll go, dinner. Or what are you making? And I'll say, dinner. And they go, no, but like, what is it? And I go, so you can complain about it? Just complain about it.
That drives me crazy because I hear both of you just arguing. No, I'm
not
not going to
arguing.
tell you. I want to know. No, I'm not going to tell you.
No.
But please tell me. And then I just finally go, it's spaghetti.
I know.
Ah.
And then you hear this. Oh. Oh, spaghetti.
Just stop it. Okay. So then I said, is there anything he does that you like?
Oh, okay.
She said, not really.
There it is.
No, she did not say that. She said, I like his jokes, even though they're annoying.
Like it takes as long as it takes. Not a joke, but good, solid, sound
like
advice.
That.
I know.
And then she said, and then when he brings the dog into my room randomly.
She likes that?
Yeah.
All right.
Or just walks into my room to show me a dumb TikTok.
Yeah, well.
I said, are these annoying or cool? And she said, cool.
Okay. I'll keep doing these things. It's good to know. Good information.
So there you go. Beck did not respond. He thinks you're neither annoying or cool.
Or he just couldn't be bothered.
Or he couldn't be bothered, which is pretty typical.
Right.
I'm not going to respond.
Yeah. Nah, you'll get this sorted out. I'm not giving you free content. You pay me to if you want to talk about this on the radio, you'll pay me for my content. That's what he's thinking. Well, that's fun.
What are we going to do for Father's Day?
I don't know. It's free fishing day. We talked about that yesterday. I don't think we're going to make it to Excite Bike.
No. That's okay.
But, you know, I think probably
I think
something
fishing
outside.
is on the menu.
I want to do something outside.
Yeah. So we'll take you fishing.
Or if I cook or something, I don't know.
You don't want to cook on Father's
I
Day.
don't mind.
You like cooking.
Yeah, I enjoy cooking.
What do you like? What do you want to cook?
I don't know.
I'll go.
Think about it.
Okay. I'll do the shopping. You do
Okay.
the cooking.
Okay. I don't know. I feel lazy about it. I don't really. I'm not like, I have to do this thing. Like I don't know.
Okay. Outside.
Something.
Woods, nature.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Sure.
Simple. Beautiful.
You.
How do you feel about song covers?
I don't know. I don't know that I have a real strong opinion.
I do.
Do you?
About a couple of different things. So there's songs by the Beatles that have been covered
Okay.
many, many, many times.
Okay.
Blackbird is my favorite Beatles song.
Okay.
Many people try to cover that. They never even come close to covering that in a positive way.
In a way that you are like, that's a good cover.
Yeah. But
Even the one that Beyonce did?
that one was pretty good. I didn't mind that one, actually. But it doesn't compare. It doesn't hold a candle.
Okay.
But there is a song by Fleetwood Mac that I love called Everywhere.
Okay.
And every version of that song, every cover that's ever been done is one that I love.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I thought about this yesterday when I was driving because I had my playlist on and I was listening. I have 5 different covers of that song.
That's a
from
lot.
Different people. And everyone is good.
Every single one.
Yeah.
How many times has that song been covered?
Many
Okay.
times.
I'm just saying there's got to be one that's bad, right?
I haven't heard one that's bad.
The song is called
Everywhere.
Everywhere. All right, let's go to the Wikipedia. Everywhere. And then we'll go down here and we will find.
Does it tell you how many times it's been covered?
So, yeah. So there's different versions, right? So it's a song by Fleetwood Mac from Tango in the Night in 1987. They give you the history of it here, and then they show that the song down here at the bottom, there's a Moustache version. That's an Australian musical duel called Moustache.
Hmm?
Have you heard theirs?
No.
Oh, I bet you might like it. If every version's a good one. That one came out in 2005. You better look up the one from Moustache.
Okay. How do you spell
M-O-U, Stash.
M-O-U.
Stash.
S-E.
Niall Horan and Anne Marie. Do you have theirs?
No.
You love Niall.
I do like Niall Horan.
Well, you're going to have to
Hold
get
on.
that one.
Moustache?
Yeah. That one came out in 2021.
Okay. I'll check
They
those
did
out.
it for the BBC's Children in Need album. Niall Horan and Anne Marie. Let's see. I'm trying to see other ones.
I just heard one. Okay, there's one from a group called Jig Jam that I really like.
Okay.
There's one from a group called Roosevelt that I really, really like.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to remember.
Will Ferrell did one, but he changed the lyrics a little bit in an ad for PayPal.
Okay.
So
So
I don't know. Man.
probably not gonna like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, now there's another song that is called Save It for Later, and I don't know who originally. I think it was a band called English Beat who originally made that song, and I
The
really
Beat.
What?
The Beat.
Not English Beat?
They're just called The Beat.
Were they originally called English Beat?
Known in the United States and Canada as the English Beat.
Okay.
Known everywhere else as The Beat.
That's weird.
Well, it's like they don't call it French toast in France. They call it
Toast.
toast. They don't because French toast isn't a thing. But yeah, it's like that. We're not. Why would they call themselves that? That we're just The Beat.
The Beat.
Here we're known as The Beat.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have a song called Save It for Later,
Yeah.
which I really love. And I have at least 3 different covers of that song on my playlist. I just heard one from Eddie Vedder from
That
Pearl
song
Jam.
came out in 1982.
I love that song.
It has been used in, you've got the Eddie Vedder one you were just talking about.
Yeah.
And that actually is in season 3, episode 2 of The Bear.
I don't know
found
the
out.
bear.
That's that cooking show.
The dishwashing one. That's all I
All
know.
righty. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anywhere else they talk about a cover.
There's a cover by a band called Harvey Dent, I think
Okay.
is the name. I don't know.
Fascinating. Did you know Pearl Jam regularly performs the song live in a medley with their song Better Man?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Also, here's something else I know about music. I typically like an acoustic version better than I like the regular version.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's fine.
I know it is fine.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me approval to like that.
Okay, let me tell you 2 things I just read about this song that are very interesting.
Which
and I
one?
think you'll find these very interesting.
The Save It for Later
Uh-huh.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Pete Townsend
From The Who?
has covered the song on multiple occasions and described the song as one of his favorite songs in his whole life.
It's a great song.
Counting Crows lead vocalist Adam Duritz,
Yeah.
he named it his perfect summer song. He said there's just something about the joy of the song. It just seems so technicolor to me.
That's
Look
perfect.
at you. You're in good company.
I am in good company.
Yeah. Save It for Later from The Beat.
I think my favorite version of that one, though, I like all of them. The Eddie Vedder one is good. The Beat or English Beat in America.
Yeah, right.
That's a good one. But the Harvey, I think it's Harvey Danger,
It
not
is Harvey
Dent.
Danger. It says right here, a cover of the song from Seattle alternative rock band Harvey Danger appears in the film 200 Cigarettes that came out in 1999.
I don't know that song.
There's
Or that show.
another version from a Canadian punk rock band called Flashlight Brown.
Oh, I'll check that one out. Check out the Harvey Danger one if you're in the mood for
Okay.
a good summer. It is
Save
a
it
good
for later.
summer tune.
Okay.
And my windows rolled down yesterday. I was jamming out. There's a good part of it where it just goes na 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 na.
Okay.
And you
There's
can
a
sing
na na
along.
nas. You love a na na
I
nas.
do love a good na na nas.
All right. Good to know. The English Beat or The Beat.
Or the Beat in
Yeah.
England. Okay, do you have a piece of paper or you can
Sure.
use your hands? This is kind of a game.
All right.
Do you want to write it down?
I got paper and a pen.
Okay.
I don't know what I'll need it for, but let's go.
These are things that dads say, and I want to know how many of these you've actually said yourself. How many of these have come out of your mouth?
All right. Dads say.
I'm not your chauffeur.
I've not said that. I have said, like, there are times when there are 3 people or so in the car, and we'll drop off whoever's in the passenger seat, and then everybody just stays in the back seat, and I go, oh, I guess I'm your Uber.
Okay,
so
that counts.
It's close.
No, that counts.
All right.
That's a modern day chauffeur.
All right. Oh, looks like I'm an Uber. Okay.
Ready to rock and roll, or let's rock and roll?
I don't think I'm a big rock and roller.
No. I just mean like.
No, I know what it means. Like we're all packed up. All right, let's rock and roll.
Okay.
I don't think I say let's rock and roll.
What do you say when you typically go to?
I don't know. I got to think about it because it's a subtle subconscious thing, right? It's subconscious. So
I'm
I don't.
trying to think too.
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Do you do the Nick Cage?
No, I don't do the Nicolas Cage Gone in 60 Seconds. I don't do that. Let's ride. I don't do that. I'm not a big rock and roller. Let's rock and roll.
Don't use that tone with me?
No. I think only maybe 2 times have I ever said, hey, do not talk to your mom like that.
Yeah, there's been some times.
But only a couple of times ever.
Yeah. I think a handful of times probably. I like when you stand up for me, by the way. I like that.
Sometimes I do it while sitting down. Go on.
That's a real dad thing to say. If everyone told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it?
No. I'm trying to think if there was ever like all my friends are doing this thing that I had to say, oh yeah, well, if all your friends were doing this other stupid thing, would you do that too? There's probably an instance of that, but I haven't said that line directly.
Right. You have your own iterations of these things, but I think mostly it was when they didn't have phones and all of their friends had phones.
Right.
Or apps that they wanted and all their friends had the apps. And then you would probably just say, well, we're not their parents.
That's correct.
Those aren't my kids.
Yeah, I'm not in charge of them.
Yeah,
I'm in charge of you. That's what I do say.
Yeah, you do say that.
No, I'm not in charge of your friends.
Rub some dirt on it.
No, that's good sound advice. And that is the solution to tree sap.
Oh, is it?
You got tree sap on your skin? Rub some dirt on it. It's the solution to tree sap.
I'm not sleeping. I'm resting my eyes.
No, that's what you say that.
No,
I'm just listening. Okay. Sure thing.
You just say I'm not sleeping. And I go, the snoring would suggest otherwise.
But I'm completely conscious. Figure that out.
You're not. You're not.
You don't know?
I do.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in my head.
Do you call that racket music?
Nope, I'm not that guy. Turn that down. What is all that racket?
No, you've never done that.
No.
What are you, born in a barn?
Hold on. No, that one's old too. The racket though happens in your car.
Yeah.
You don't like a lot of volume in your headphones right now. You're like barely can hear. I'm going to set my headphones at the same level as you.
Okay.
I can't even tell if I'm talking.
Really? I can hear everything
way.
that you're saying.
No way.
Yeah, way.
No way, dude.
What's the level?
Those are way too quiet. Do you want to hear what I hear?
No, because it's too loud.
Right. Okay. Then I go sit in your car and I go, that's too much. Like your lowest volume setting. I'm like, dude.
I like loud music in my car. I like to listen to loud
too.
music in the car.
You're crazy.
No, I'm fun.
All right. What's all that racket? I can hear you pull into the driveway. That's what I hear from inside the house. And I go, what is happening?
Mom's home.
Yeah.
Anyway. I like loud music in my car. Okay, there's one more. I said that one already. Oh,
yeah,
here it
born
is.
In a barn.
I was saving this one for last.
Okay.
I'm hungry, or hi, hungry, I'm dad. You say that one pretty regularly.
I use it all the time. I'm
all
bored.
the time.
Oh, hi, bored. I'm dad.
Yep.
Anytime.
Yep,
or
you do that
or
one.
the one where they'll go like, can you make me a sandwich? Sure. Poof, you're a sandwich.
Yeah, you do that one
those
too.
are good. I like those. They're easy to fire off. They don't take a lot of thinking. They work in lots of situations. You can do them to adults too.
They're fun.
Yeah.
We all love it.
Yeah, there's a few that I go, oh, like, hey, I'm gonna run grab something for lunch. Oh, you should drive. Should I?
That you say? Are you saying
No,
you say those?
people say those to me, and I go, oh, good one.
Because you're the only one that can say dumb dad jokes? What? You get mad about that?
I don't get mad. I just think they're lame.
You've got some lame ones too there, hungry dad.
Hey, that's a classic. You should drive.
Or when somebody's getting a birthday card that has money in it.
Yeah, you want me to hold that for you? Good one. Oh, hey, look, it's time for Would You Rather This or That.
Would you rather be known for your epic dad jokes or for your legendary barbecue skills?
Barbecue skills.
Okay.
Yeah. I would rather people were entertained at my home in other ways and enjoyed my food than by my dad jokes. I have a friend who is notorious for both of these.
Yeah, he
is very good at barbecue, and he is very good at dad jokes.
He is the master.
That's right.
Dad joke.
So he gets to take both titles. But
he does.
But me, I'd be better on the grill. I'd like to be known that people, just cooking in general. I like going over there because he makes a good food.
You should grill this weekend if you want.
Oh, should I?
Yes.
If you want.
If you want.
Yeah.
I mean, for Mother's Day, you made crepes, but if you want that for Father's Day, too, you could do that, too, if you want.
Uh-huh.
Well, only if you want. What do you want for breakfast for Father's Day?
I don't know.
I'll make breakfast if you want me to. Yeah.
I'll probably just cook something.
Rude.
What would you rather be known for?
I'm not a terrible cook, Josh.
I didn't say you were
just
a terrible
mediocre.
cook. Answer the would you rather this or that question. Which would you rather be known for?
Barbecue skills.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've never barbecued. That's
You've
your job.
never barbecued?
Mm-mm.
Never.
No.
Never.
No.
You've never barbecued.
How many times do you want me to say no?
I'm blown away by that.
Why? You know me.
I've known you for a long time and you've never barbecued?
No.
What? You've never thrown a hot dog on a grill?
No, somebody else does it. And I don't.
No, somebody else does that.
Yeah, somebody else is always
Hold
in
on.
charge of the grill.
What? You've never grilled a hot dog?
Well, I have grilled a hot dog, but somebody else does it for me. What are you
didn't
talking
grill
about?
a hot dog. Someone else grilled a
No,
hot dog.
Somebody else is always in charge of the grill. And then they say, hey, would you like a hot dog? And I was like, sure.
So I know you've had a grilled hot dog.
Yes.
I'm asking, you've never opened the package, pulled out a hot dog, and put it on a grill.
I mean, yeah, I've done that. But then I walk away because somebody else is in charge of the grill. Why is this?
You haven't sat there and turned it with tongs?
No. Why is
What
this a
in
big
the world?
deal?
I'm just, of all the things, that's like saying you've never microwaved popcorn.
No,
that
it's not
common.
the same. It's common, but yeah.
It's incredibly common.
You always just do it.
Not today.
I don't
Grilling that grill.
I don't want to do this. This is not something on my to-do list.
That's what I want. I want to see you behind that grill.
What are we grilling?
Oh, something really difficult.
Fine.
Big old chunk of meat.
Fine. I'll do it.
Chicken. Yeah, that's right.
Chicken is the worst.
I know. That's why I picked it. Big old chicken.
Fine. Can I put sweet potatoes on there too?
Sweet potatoes?
Yeah, because I like sweet potatoes. And I thought it sounded nice to grill them.
I don't even know what to do.
What's the big
with
deal?
you. I don't know. I'm just blown away.
Why?
I've had grills. The whole time we've been together, we've had grills.
Yeah,
We've
I know.
never used it once.
Because you're always the one doing it.
But you've never been like, I could probably just go out and fire that up and
No.
cook something?
No.
No.
Why would I? You know the 1960s Batman?
The TV show?
Yep.
With Adam West?
Yeah.
I used to watch that show
Did
a
you?
lot. Yes, I did.
Okay.
See, that's the thing about me. My TV and movie stuff was very limited to like old shows.
Yeah, you
I watched The Munsters.
Yeah.
I watched Addams Family. I watched Mr. Ed. I watched Andy Griffith. I watched, those Nick at Night shows.
Why
would
did you
come
watch
on.
old stuff?
Because I love Nickelodeon, and when Nickelodeon at night would switch to the old stuff, I just left it on Nickelodeon. And so they would run that stuff.
Now I turned the channel. It's like black and white. Ew.
Yeah, I just left it on.
Okay. Did you know that Robin in that TV series
Uh-huh.
said 356 different things after the word holy?
Oh, that's funny.
So he would say, holy armadillo,
Yeah.
holy hamburger,
Yeah, holy hamburger, Batman.
holy grammar,
Interesting.
holy... Well, I can't
Because it
remember.
was whenever they were trying to, like, solve one of the riddles or whatever, and he would go, holy hamburger, Batman. Yeah, that's funny.
I think that's awesome.
How many things?
356 different things.
Yeah.
And it'd just be like, I want to try it. Holy flower pot.
But you can't say the same thing twice.
Right. I won't.
Yeah. But they also pretty much always tied into, like, the clues to catch the Joker or the Riddler or whoever. I liked his computer as well. How familiar are you with the show?
Not at all.
That's too bad.
Is it?
He had a computer in the Batcave that would spit out little ticker tape
Okay.
with like police reports and clues. And so whenever he was like, I'm going to type it into the computer, and then it'd go, and run tape, and he'd go, all right, here's what it says. And he'd read the thing. And then Robin would go, holy guacamole.
Bunions.
Yeah, or whatever it is.
There's a website. I just looked this up. There's a website, and it's all of his oddest holy exclamations. Holy nightmare. In season 1, episode Not Yet, He Ain't. Robin says, holy nightmare.
Holy nightmare, Batman. That's so
Holy
funny.
contributing to the delinquency of minors.
That's not real.
Yes, it is.
That's so
In
long.
season 1, episode The Londinium
Mm-hmm.
Larcenies.
That's so fun. I gotta pull up the computer. The
Holy
bat
Cinderella.
computer. They actually make a model of the bat computer.
Holy hole in a donut.
All right. I think it's it's the weekend. Time to wrap up the show.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm
Have a
ready.
great rest of your Friday. Enjoy the weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Holy fathers.
Holy Father's Day, Batman. You got to finish the whole thing. Holy
No.
Father's Day, Batman.
No, you
what
don't
I'm
have
saying?
to say the Batman part. You just say,
All right.
holy enchilada.
All right. Have a good weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. Okay.
Happy Father's Day. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.